short and simple movie reviews. Hosted by Andy and Yasmin. Answering the question, is this movie for you?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Is This Movie For You podcast. It's the podcast that reviews movies simply and answers if the movie is for you. My name is Andy, over there is Yasmin, and this time around we have reviewed Baby Driver.
And we were super excited to see this movie.
Yeah, we certainly were. You would have heard in the last podcast that we ran into a dude at the cinema who loves movies, right? And he goes, guys, if you're going to review any movie at the moment, definitely review Baby Driver. I'd love to know what you think about it. So we thought, hey, let's do it. Baby Driver is our next review.
So, Baby Driver,
It's
part love story, part car chase, part musical, and part action.
That's a lot of awesomeness right there.
It could be really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Okay, so the main character of the movie is Baby, who's played by Ansel Elgort. He's also been seen in The Fault in Our Stars, the Divergent series, and he's actually massive on social media.
Really?
Yeah, he's got like 8 million followers on Instagram.
8 million followers?
8 million.
Holy moly. Wait, is it from acting or what's the go?
Well, I think it's maybe got a lot to do with his electronic dance music DJing that he does as well.
Oh, really? Like he's that good?
Yeah, he runs under the name Ansel.
Oh, yes. We would have heard them in Star Wars.
No. Good try.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep.
So, anyway, Baby is a young guy. He suffered a hearing loss in a car accident when he was little.
Yep.
Which is why he's always got the Apple earbuds in his ears the whole time.
Yeah, because if he takes them out, he just has like that. Is it tinnitus or whatever the name of it is? Yeah.
That noise in your ear.
Because I actually suffer from that a little bit from years of DJing myself. And also music production and stuff like that. Because over time, you slowly put the volume up, you actually damage your hearing. And sometimes I could be standing there just like Baby, and all of a sudden, pew, in my left ear.
I wonder how much Apple paid to have their headphones in his ears the whole time.
Have to be heaps, because a company like Beats by Dre would come along and go, you know what, 50 million. I'll throw 50 million at you.
Surely.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, he's tied up with a crime boss called Doc.
Yep.
Who's played by Kevin Spacey.
The Spacester.
So we all love him in House of Cards.
Yeah, we do.
Of course. He's also been in American Beauty, Horrible Bosses, Pay It Forward.
And the cool thing is about this movie, if you love House of Cards, you would definitely love his character in this movie.
He's pretty much Frank Underwood.
He pretty much is, isn't he? Why would you want to change from Frank Underwood for any other...
found the perfect character.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
So he orchestrates bank robberies and Baby is always his driver, whether he likes it or not.
Yep.
So I guess the general feel of the movie is Baby's life is pretty cruisy. He's got everything under control. But then as the movie progresses, more factors are added in and it gets more complicated.
Yeah.
And I guess the music really helps bring that across.
The music is the absolute key in this movie. When we spoke to people previous to seeing this movie, they said the music is what it's all about. And boy, oh boy, was it ever. I think Sony has a lot of influence in this movie with the music. And so what it does is they have choreographed. Is that the word?
Choreographed.
I can never get that right no matter how much I try to do it. Anyway, so the music goes with the actual scene, right? So if there's, clicks and pops and... Gunshots and, if you're opening a door, shutting a door, it all goes with the music. It's all being choreographed.
Choreographed.
Yeah, I'll get it one day. I'll try it a third time during this podcast and we'll see how we go with it. But yeah, it's all choreoed. It's all chorried.
Yep.
And it's absolutely amazing. Now, truth be told, I had an upbringing of dance music and sort of punk, you Blink-182 back in the day.
Yep.
So a lot of the music that they play in this movie, I've never heard before.
Sort of like, not classical, but like classic music.
Yeah.
Old music.
Classic jazz and like funk and stuff like that. But I absolutely loved it. And it was almost like I was learning about music during this whole movie as well, which is incredible. If you're ever going to see this movie, see it if you have access to Dolby Atmos surround sound.
Definitely go to the movies to see it.
My goodness gracious me. About 3/4 way through the movie when things get pretty crazy, the music is epic as all hell. It is so good. and it resonated through my body. It was crazy, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on.
One thing that I was a bit confused about, I didn't feel that the trailer matched the movie.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. I know I watched it beforehand. I actually rewatched the trailer after the movie as well,
Yeah, me
just to go
too.
back. And I think you're 100% correct. That could also be we weren't listening on Dolby Atmos.
The trailer sort of gives you a feel of it's going to be a bank robbery movie, lots of car chases, almost like a Fast and the Furious sort of style.
Yep.
But then when you watch it, it's more like an emotional journey for Baby. There's a lot of different aspects on it. There's not really any... Like, there's bank robberies in the movie, but it's not about bank robberies.
Yeah, it's got a bit of Oceans 11, 12 and 13 in it, but it's mainly about Baby, right?
Yes.
But one thing that I was going to mention, and I completely forgot about until this point, so with the music thing, right? So how cool is this? The director of this movie, Baby Driver, also knew there was another movie coming out at the same time, and he thought the music might clash. Right, and that movie was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So what he did do, and this is so cool, he texted the director of that movie and said this, all right? This is how the text goes. Hey man, I was just panicking about some of my Baby Driver songs that are in Guardians 2. And then he writes back, well, do you have Elo? And the other guy was like, no. Do you have any Queen? And then the other guy was like, no. Do you have any Sweet? And then old mate says... no, do you have any Barry White? And they went through their artists
so
on both
awesome.
the movies to make sure that they didn't have any of the same songs, and they didn't. So when the two movies came out at the same time, the soundtracks won't clash. Because if you were like a movie like Suicide Squad, which had all the common top 40 tunes and all the cool, sort of real cool tunes that everyone every day loves,
Yeah.
and that comes out at the same time as another movie and it clashes, then it all just falls apart for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it had a real point of difference with the music. And I loved it.
And we haven't spoken about how it's almost a musical, but without the singing.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. Because I've seen musicals and been super bored through some of them. Right? But this is cool. It was like, it had that little element of musical in it. And it was like, oh, yeah.
And so who would you go to see this movie with?
I would take definitely my mates. Probably male-based.
Yeah.
I'd go with my dad for sure. I think it might be a bit too hardcore for my mum. Too much, too full-on stuff for her heart. No, just kidding. She doesn't have a bad heart at all. But it does get full-on and stuff like that. Lots of blood and guts and all sorts of crazy moves in the car. So I'd definitely take dad. Wouldn't take mum, but I'd take anyone else that would love to come along because I want to see it again. I would totally pay to see that movie again.
Well, I think that it's definitely a movie you could take like a girl on a first date to.
Yep.
Girls would enjoy going with their boyfriend, but I don't think it's like a girl squad night out.
Yeah, no Pitch Perfect sort of dealio.
No.
Hens nights. Don't take any hens nights along.
Girls will still like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely, it's a bit of an action movie. And so I think that if you're a guy, you'll love this movie for sure.
Pretty much, if you're on a hens night, don't go to the movie. But everyone else, go along and see Baby Driver. You don't want to miss it. You will learn heaps.
I'm a girl. I loved it.
Oh.
So everyone's going to love it, I think.
Definitely see it in Dolby Atmos. I'm just bring that one home.
And now the all-important rating.
All
How
right.
many hot dogs?
You know what? I'm going to bring in a drum roll here. Here comes the drum roll.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I did it myself in just like an ice cream container. I'm going to give it, you know what? 4.5 hot dogs.
That is a pretty good score, Andy.
Yes, only because, I ate the other half of the hot dog. So, 4.5 for me. How about for yourself, Yasmin?
I'm going to have to go 4.
Oh, really?
Yep. So
You are a harsh critic.
I'm a harsh critic.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, it was no Pitch Perfect.
Oh, my God.
It was no Step Brothers.
Yeah.
But I did really enjoy it. It ticks all the boxes for most people.
Yep.
Didn't really have any complaints.
Oh, good. No complaints. That's all we can really ask. As long as you entertain and no complaints, I'm a happy man. All right. So that is Baby Driver. Definitely get along and see it if you can. Actually, you know what? Stop what you're doing. Head to the cinema now and go see Baby Driver because it is amazing. If you do want a buddy to come along with you, feel free to contact me with Instagram at AndyMartinAU. There you go, Yasmin.
And, if you're in Adelaide, definitely go check it out at GE Filmhouse Adelaide.
Yes, in Hindley Street there. You don't want to miss it. The food's amazing as well, all right?
Yeah, service is amazing.
Yep.
Seats are awesome.
They certainly are. The cup holder's amazing too, all right? All right, if you want to get in contact with us, do it through Ozcast Network. That is ozcastnetwork.com. Also, Facebook.com/Ozcast Network. Of course, you can't forget ours. Is This Movie For You? At Is This Movie For You on Instagram. Just send us a message, say g'day. If you do see us out, stop us, go, hey, I'm insert name. We'll have a photo with you. We'll upload it to our Instagram as well because we, love to support the movies and anyone that goes to the movies as well.
We'd love to hear what you've got to say as well about the movies.
Yeah. If you want to leave your review for Baby Driver and anything else, please do it in the comments or get in contact with us and we'll have a chat about it, hey?
And if you have any suggestions for movies that you'd like us to review,
yep,
definitely leave a comment below as well.
Absolutely. We'll catch you next time on Is This Movie For You podcast.
Bye.
Is This Movie For You podcast is part of the Ozcast Network.